starts somewhere, and that somewhere is the Pilgrim Road Harley plant. I was there this morning, got a brief tour, but found out there's so much more behind the nuts, the bolts. Take a look.
The size of this factory is over 900,000 square feet. We have approximately 1,000 employees here. We have 1,600 different machine tools.
The assembly line at Harley's Pilgrim Road plant was pumping as thousands of riders just in for the anniversary celebration took tours of the facility to see where the magic first begins.
It's really eye-opening. It's really, really good.
Very impressive.
Tell me how.
Just the way to do it. Look at the floor, you can eat from it.
Workers undaunted by all the eyes on them. You see, they're proud of what they do and how they do it.
We assemble the motors. Within our group, we have multiple jobs that we do. You have to know at least 6 jobs. It's the best opportunity that I've ever had in my life.
The exuberance you'd expect, considering how so many believe in the Harley-Davidson brand. But the lack of tension in the atmosphere, quite astounding when you consider just a handful of years ago, there was talk about Harley leaving Milwaukee. Jobs were cut, people took retirement early, and the controversial decision was made to bring in more seasonal workers.
Our workforce has a great sense of perspective that, you know, what we were trying to do together, because this is ultimately a team sport, is to save this company, save the jobs in Milwaukee.
They're winding down on the busy season, spring and early summer, when they churn out more than 1,200 engines and transmissions a day. But they expect that number to go up next year, just as long as they continue to assemble each part here on site with a keen eye on quality control that they expect will sustain Harley-Davidson's popularity for at least another 110 years.
We weren't immune to the Great Recession. We lost some business from 07 to 10. But since then, we've been growing. So 11 was a growth year, 12 was a growth year. We expect 13 to be a growth year, and we're pretty bullish on the future. Thanks to John for giving me that tour. My thanks very much to John for giving that tour. Former Marine, he said he sought out Harley after serving his time for his country because he wanted to serve an American brand he believes in. And just by chance, could you give a guess on how long you think it takes to put together one engine and one transmission? Roughly 2 hours. Not bad. Harley's been doing it all these years. There's still so much more to come as we continue our special look at Harley-Davidson's 110th anniversary celebration. CBS 58 News is going behind the chrome, looking live at the Summerfest grounds, where this party is just cranking into gear. You don't have to get on your Harley or get in your car to enjoy it. We're bringing it all to you here. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Behind the Chrome. I'm Bill Walsh here at Hal's Harley-Davidson in New Berlin. I want you to take a look at the crowd behind me. Believe it or not, it is becoming a lot more diverse. According to survey data in 2012, Harley's U.S. sales to young adults, women, African Americans, and Hispanics grew at more than twice the rate of sales to Caucasian men over 35. Tiffany Tarpley and Laura Rodriguez introduce us to the changing face of Harley riders.
Women have been riding Harleys as early as 1910, but they weren't always in the front seat. We met with a group of women who have taken riding into their own hands.
They come from different walks of life, but they all share the same passion, and the only accessory they need is their Harley.
My theory about life, if it weren't for bad luck, I'd have no luck at all.
Getting your boots on, getting ready to go for a ride. It seems very simple. It seems very basic. It's nothing more than sometimes a t-shirt and a bandana. But there's something about it that just feels amazing. My name's Ann Zuby, and I've been riding now for 4 seasons. This will be my 4th summer. My husband, that I've been married to for 22 years, is not a rider. He's had to deal with me looking out the window, kind of longingly watching bikes go by.
My name is Erin Spangler. I've been riding for about 10 years, give or take. I was a professional passenger for a long time, and I started working at Harley-Davidson in 2001, and I said, you know, I'm gonna start riding a bike.
I think for the first time in my life, I think that I've felt like I'm an attractive woman, but when you sit on your bike, it's probably really the prettiest thing that you ever wear.
There is a lot of adversity you face. Men always want to jump up and let me help you move your bike. Let me help you push your bike. Let me get your bike out of there. I can move my bike, thank you.
I'm Sandra Miller. I absolutely love being part of this group. Being with a bunch of other women who enjoy the same thing. And like I said, you don't feel so intimidated asking questions. You know, like men, sometimes they will make you feel like you're an idiot.
And it's great because the girls are never like, well, what are we doing? Where are we gonna stop? Are we gonna have lunch? I need to have a gluten-free meal. I need an allergen-free mattress. Nobody's like that.
I love encouraging women to ride because it's fun, it's liberating, and it gives you a great sense of power.
Stilettos on Steel right now, they have about 85 members, but they're always looking for more women to join. For more information on Stilettos on Steel, you can head to our website, cbs58.com. Just look for the news link section.
And Tiffany, another group gaining traction is the Latin American Motorcycle Association. The group isn't only open to Latinos, but most of the members we spoke to came from Latin America to the United States with a dream.
My name is Victor Camarillo, and I own a bike since I was 12 years old. In Mexico, that's where I started. Then I came here, and my dream was to have a bike, a Harley, but they're pretty expensive.
When I was there, I used to work in a supermarket, and then I was the one who used to watch the bikers' bike. I was getting tips for watching the bikes, so for me it was like impossible. It was like a dream. So once I came here, a friend of mine, a co-worker, let me ride his Harley, and that's when I decided to go to the dealer.
My name is Robert Miranda. Harleys for me are a stress reliever, it is therapeutic. I love getting on the road, especially on a back road here in Wisconsin, and just chasing the wind and letting nature and everything just smother me. LAMA, Latin American Motorcycle Association, was founded back in around 1974. For us as an association, we focus on riding and partying. A biker's life is something I wish that we could see more of America be. You know, no matter who you are, no matter what ethnicity you are, no matter what race you are, if you're a biker, you're welcome.
LAMA is an international organization with chapters established as far as the Middle East. For more information on LAMA, check out our website, cbs58.com, and click on news links.
And Laura, we found that not every rider likes to be a part of an organization. We found a guy who likes to ride solo at least most of the time, but he's also a great example of someone who fell down and got right back up.
My name is Harrison Kern, and I've been riding. It depends on what you mean by riding. I first started riding when I was a kid, and I had a terrible accident on bikes, and I stayed off bikes for over 20 years. I knew that I was being foolish when it happened, so I can't blame the bike, I can't blame motorcycles, I can't blame anything else. I've been back on bikes a number of years. I bought my first Harley about 5 years ago. I've noticed a lot of people who look like me that are starting to ride, a lot more women that are riding, and it's a welcome change. Represented in the way that I think is sufficient? Probably not. Is it changing and getting better? Yes. But I do also think it's up to the riders to actually be more assertive in the things that they want from the company. Having a Harley is almost like a badge of honor, you know, and so for me, it's like stick my chest out now when I ride. I've just never been personally a organized riding type person. I like to ride when I want to ride, how I want to ride, and who I want to ride with. When I look at what the company represents worldwide and the impact that they have. That's something that you almost want to be associated with as well. A lot of people want to be associated with winners, regardless of what they're in. It's representing the city, it's representing me, and I love the bikes, I love the ride, and I love me.
There are African-American groups and clubs here in Milwaukee, two well-known, Rumblin' Steel and Distinguished Diva.
And Tiffany, no matter the race, gender, or ethnicity, one thing we've learned is that the Harley-Davidson brand has brought people together from all walks of life. I'm Laura Rodriguez.
And I'm Tiffany Tarpley.
CBS.
U2 cover band going on at the First Music Stage. Another band going on over here. Plenty to see and do here at Hales Harley-Davidson. You should make the trip out to New Berlin this weekend if you could possibly do it. But in the hub of it all right now, let's go back to our own Michelle McCormick. Michelle?
Hey, Bill, look what just rolled up at 6th and Canal. And it's a Milwaukee rider, too. This is Mark and his version of the Easy Rider bike. Mark, this is beautiful. Tell me about your ride.
It's a 1976 Harley. There's not too much left of the 1976. Most of it's been modified, cut, welded, and shaped the way I wanted it. I worked on it for about 2.5 years in my spare time, and I like the Easy Rider look. I've always liked that bike. I just wanted to make it a little bit more modern, a little bit more comfortable, and so you can take it on some long rides.
Mission accomplished, my friend. Why, though? This is a lot of expense. This is a lot of time. Why do you have to do this?
I've rode motorcycles since I was about 9 or 10 years old, and I don't plan on stopping anytime soon.
Enough said, and you'll sing the song with me, right? Born to be wild. Yes, we are just starting. Come on back. There's more behind the chrome. Born to be wild. Harley-Davidson Museum. This is a CBS 58 News special report. Harley-Davidson 110 years behind the chrome. Now let me see, we've walked you through 110 years of history already, taken you behind the scenes of the factory, showed you some righteous custom bikes, and also brought you the minority groups that are changing the face of the Harley. But we are just beginning. In fact, we've got the emergency responders keeping people safe out here, and we've got plenty of reporters dispatched throughout the area to get you in on the action. There's Mike Strelo at the Summerfest ground and Bill Walsh at the House Harley-Davidson in New Berlin. They're keeping tabs on the party. But here at the Harley-Davidson Museum earlier in the afternoon, we made sure we were here for a very special moment. Take a look.
You guys want to pump it up or what? It's a party, baby.
Woohoo! Yeah, you hear those sounds? That was the revving of the engine. Wall Street closing bell, Harley style. Company CEO Keith Wandell revved the engines on some brand new hogs at 3 this afternoon during a remote bell ringing ceremony right here at 6th and Canal. Harley-Davidson has been a traded stock for 26 years now. It's a big name business. And who better to get down to the business of the Harley-Davidson business than our own Mike Strelo. Mike?
You know, they call this every 5-year pilgrimage to Milwaukee, the ride home. And yeah, behind me, there's a lot of fist pumping, hooting and hollering and laughter. But during a one-on-one interview yesterday with Harley-Davidson President and Chief Operating Officer Matt Levitage over at Harley headquarters on Juneau, he reminded me, you know, that this celebration did not come without a lot of shared sacrifice and tough decisions and a bumpy road during the past 5 years.
The last time